My buddy's joining me here today. Thank you all. I will say real quickly, when Amazon got a hold of the birth canal, they had a really hard time putting it into the publication. They wrote something completely different. You never know it was connected to my birth canal with my mother. They were nervous, I guess. Anyway, this is called Bourbon and Branch. It's from my book, White Sheep, Black Bull. I'm a Southern girl. You will hear it pretty quick here. The bike ride to Elkhorn Creek was always memorable for Spare, but more so in late summer. The midday heat would bear down on her until the road swooped low and close to the creek. Then the air would turn crisp and soft, full of the scent of mossy rocks. At the next hill, the sky would warm again, rich with the sound of cawing crows and the smell of mown hay. Today, Spare slowly pedaled up and down the rolling hills, allowing the cool spots to arrive gently. As fresh air rolled up her arms and into her billowing t-shirt, she leaned back and grinned. Releasing the bike's handlebars, she looked back at Ike. Close behind and pedaling hard, Ike's hands were clamped to the bike's grips like vices in a wood shop. At a familiar bend in the road, Spare signaled as if from a turning car. "Whoa, Nellie, this is the place." Tucking their bikes in a thicket of blackberry brambles, the two friends rested on an old stone wall and ate plump berries crunchy with the grit from passing cars. Daddy Jack has fences like this on our farm. He told me they were built a long time ago from all the rocks plowed up from the fields. Patting the rock beneath her, Spare added, "Slaves built them before the Civil War, so they're called slave walls." She stretched out of the slab and yawned. "Daddy Jack once told me no mortar holds them in place, just Mother Nature's hand holding them close." Ike pulled 2 ripe berries off a thorny vine and blew the dust off of them. "Do you think Delight or Coleman's ancestors built walls like this?" A while back, Delight told me that her grandfather worked on stone fences near Lexington. I remember her saying, "Them son-of-a-gun rocks about killed my papa." But when he brought me to see him on Old Frankfort Pike, he was so proud you'd thought he owned the mountain them rocks fell from. Wow, there's a lot to learn from you, Miss Spare. But right now, there's only one thing I need to learn. Where's the swimming hole? Spare hopped up and shouted, "Follow me." They scrambled over the fence and walked through a pasture, sending showers of clicking and whirling grasshoppers before them. Then, ducking under a rusty strand of barbed wire, they came to a spot worth the walk. Large, flat rocks lay in the cool water like giant goddesses. Sycamore branches dangled in sparkling pools that swirled and eddied, deep enough to allow them a place to swim. And a steep limestone wall rose from the other side of the creek, tall and straight as a sentry, guarding their privacy. That's Indian Point. Legend has it that a group of settlers from West Virginia stopped here for water. Shielding her eyes from the glare, Spare pointed. "A bunch of Indians up in those palisades shot arrows down on those white folks." She paused to make sure that Ike heard her words. "Killed them all, except for one little girl who escaped. And legend says that the pack of wolves raised that little girl, and one day that wolf girl gave birth to my mama." Ice cackled, "That sure would explain a lot." Spare let out a whoop and tossed a flat rock in the water. She was starting to like this boy. He got her, and she appreciated being got. Not many people did. She whispered to Ike, "You ready to skin and dip?" Ike cringed at the berry stains on his shirt. "I'll be throwing this away when I get home." He sighed, releasing his worries. He knew that future quests with Spare might require future sacrifices. "Boy, I'm a mess. I need to get out of this shirt and these shorts. How about you?" Looking downstream, Ike said, "Tell you what, I'll walk down at the bend in the creek and wait behind that big sycamore tree. Once you feel safe in the water, holler and I'll come find you." "Sounds like a plan, but don't you peek. I'm going to trust you." Ike looked square into her eyes and said, "Cross my heart, you're safe with me." She suddenly realized she was safe with this boy. His word was enough. While they scrambled over large rocks and around the bend, Spare took off her clothes and hung them on a branch that drooped near the swimming hole, in case Ike was less than honorable than she hoped. Slipping into cool water, she felt the gentle current pushing and pulling her body. She relaxed and shouted, "Ollie, ollie, oxen free, come on down and visit me."